It's been a long time coming from the SC, South Carolina, baby. Sometimes it feels like the world is against me, 'cause I'm coming from SC, from heartache and pain, struggle and strain, trying to maintain for the SC. So mama, don't worry, I'ma make my dreams happen.
Hi guys, welcome back to the Nail Genie SC. So guys, as you can see, I have the paperwork right here in front of me. So we are going to go over this quick lesson here, and this is history and career opportunities in the nail industry. So guys, what I've always done and throughout this video, I always share with y'all the information. I kind of leave it down in the description box, and I still will share with you guys some of the information. But since this is such a quick overview of history and career opportunity, I thought I'll just do it this way this time around, if that's okay with you guys. All right, so the more you know about the past, the better prepared you are for the future. Now, on the opposite side of the screen, you're going to have a little bit of nail content for your pleasure, so you can just listen to the educational part, and you can watch some nail stuff as well. So here it says we're going to explain why an understanding of the history of nail technology is important to future career success. The history of nail technology describes an evolution of products, tools, and techniques, as well as career opportunities that continue to grow and improve to this day. In previous centuries, nail care was considered to have been part of the hygiene and medical industries. Today, it is a specialty within the field of cosmetology. Nail technicians should have a thorough understanding of the industry of nail technology, as well as available career opportunities, because, and the four key points we're going to go over right now. Knowing the history of your profession can help you predict the understanding upcoming trends. Knowing the history of nail technology helps you understand the development of techniques and services that are used today. Learning about the many different nail care services will help broaden your offerings or assist you in developing one or more specialties within your practice. Learning about the many possible career paths will help you take advantage of the wide range of opportunities available to nail technicians. So guys, this is a summary of the cultural influences of nail technology in ancient history. And I remember seeing on Miss Barbie Girls 222, Barbie Girls G222 on her channel, on her post, she was actually giving you guys some quizzes on this kind of type information. So we're just going to go over it really fast. Nail technology dates at least 3000 BC, with each subsequent period contributing new approaches to beautifying the nails. While scientists and beauty visionaries in the 21st century have made many breakthroughs in beauty products, even they have been heavily influenced by past uses and achievements. Ancient Babylonia, and that's here, the royal Babylonian tombs dated back to 3200 BC, have yielded lavish, solid gold nail care implements for the hands and feet. Prior to major battles, ancient Babylonian warriors manicured their nails and darkened them with coal. Ancient Egypt. Queen Nefertiti used a henna paste to stain her fingertips a deep red, while Queen Cleopatra used henna to stain her nails a rust red hue. And Queen Nefertiti circa 1400 BC. And I know some of you who are in Um, in your faith, you know what BC stands for. And BC, and I think it says one is AD, before Christ. Okay. Alright, so circa 50 BC was Queen Cleopatra. So this dates back so long that, as we can see, nails, nails wasn't something that was brought in the forefront in the 19th century. It's been around forever. Okay, so in ancient Egypt, only royalty were allowed to wear red nails. Lower classes such as scribes and merchants were permitted to wear pale colors. So as you can see, back in ancient Egypt time, only royal, people of class, people of stature were able to wear the red nails. Anybody else, they had to wear pale colors, like very, you know what pale colors are, almost neutral. Ancient China, during the Shang Dynasty, 1600 BC, Chinese aristocrats rubbed a tinted mixture of gum, Arabic, gelatin, beeswax, and egg whites into their nails to turn them crimson or ebony. Throughout the Zhou Dynasty, 1100 BC, gold and silver nails were worn by royal family members only. Chinese decorated nail guards were used as early as the Han Dynasty, 206 BC, by royalty to protect their long nails and symbolize their wealth. Do you guys know what a nail guard is? I actually have a few, and I hardly use them, but let me see if I can find them. I don't even wear them. I actually purchased them because I thought they were cute. But that is what the nail guards are. And that's what the ancient Chinese wore, nail guards. So it's kind of something like these here. They wore them over their nails to protect their nails. And I have a set, so all of them will fit the nail. I think this one might be the thumb, because as you can see, it's a little too big for the other ones. But these are so pretty. And it's just to protect their natural nail, or protect the nail, especially when their nails are growing out and stuff like that. So I thought these were nice. Okay. All right, ancient Greece. Ancient Greece, during the golden age of Greece, 500 to 300 BC, mistresses of wealthy patrons used yellow flower petals, pollen, and potassium salt to create a pale nail color to signify innocence, superior social status, and sexual desirability. Ancient Greek soldiers applied matching red colors to their lips and nails when preparing for battle. So even then, you saw there were men and women who would use, some type of flour or, mixture to create color for their nails. And it all was meant for something, right? All right, guys. So now we in ancient Rome. In ancient Rome, circa 200 BC, barbershops offered nail trimming and shaping for wealthy patrons. Men and women used lac, a varnish-like substance produced by the lac insect, as well as sheep blood mixed with fat to color their nails. I'm sorry, guys. I shake my leg when I'm doing stuff. I don't know. It's one of those nervous tics. So if the thing was shaking, I apologize. The Middle Ages. During the Middle Ages, AD 476 to 1450, and that's after death. So AD is after Jesus Christ died, resurrected, died, crucified, died, buried, resurrected. That's what AD stands for. Okay. The European upper class kept their nails trimmed short and buffed with suede leather. In the late Middle Ages, Europeans commonly used knives to cut their nails. They preferred to this rough-hewn method as paring. And I don't know if you guys have noticed, there is a YouTuber that use like scissor knives to trim the nails and trim the toenails, and it's so neat to see. It's like all of the different things that, you know, what we do in America and what they do around the world is really pretty much the same, but just with different tools or different way of learning or different way of training, and it's just awesome to see. So knowing all of this history is always great for the nail tech, because it just teaches us and shows us that this has been going on throughout the ages and times, right? It didn't just come when, you know, in the 1900s or the 2000s, but it's been around for ages, doing nails and decorating your nails and wanting to, you know, have a beautiful nail, right? Okay, so ancient Inca. In the 1400s, Incan tribe people used sharpened wood sticks. That sound familiar, doesn't it? And natural dyes to decorate their nails, often with symbols of eagles or sun gods. The Renaissance. During the Renaissance period, AD 1450 to 1600, most Europeans avoided colored nail cosmetics. However, wealthy citizens still manicured their nails. Archaeological digs have uncovered nail cleaners, some doubling as ear scoops, made of bone or metal in wide variety of designs. And this is one of what they found. And now that doubling ear scoop, that's used for a lot of stuff. That's used for pimple popping. That's also used for getting any dirt or debris off and up under the nail bed, the nail plate, the free edge of the nail. It's just so many, it's just so amazing to see these things being created and see how over time it's changed or got even better for the person, right? The Victorian age. And this is coming into the 18th and 19th century. During the reign of Queen Victoria of England, AD 1837 to 1901, nails were short, clean, and natural, or tinted with red scented oil and buffed with a chamois cloth. In the 1870s, the first commercial, now listen to this, guys. In the 1870s, the first commercial nail salon opened in Paris. In 1878, Mary E. Cobb opened the first American nail care salon, Miss Praise Manicure, in New York City. So if you ever was asked that question, that could be a trick question, but there's two answers. The first commercial nail salon was opened in Paris in 1870s, but the first American nail care salon was opened by Mary E. Cobb in 1878. Okay? So all that history, talking about our, that history leading up to the precedents of today, it matters. And it definitely matters if you are, planning to get your license or, not get your license, go to nail school and, gather a license, because you will see this information again on your theory. So you might not see every question, but you're going to see questions referencing your history. So it's very important to study even the things you think may not be applicable. Okay? All right. So here it says the outline, the key milestone of the history of nail technology in the 20th century. So during the 20th century, the rapid growth of nail care technology kept pace with all other industries that accomplished everything from introducing mass-produced automobiles to space exploration. In this section, you will be able to recognize and describe many of the amazing advances in nail care, from modern implements and nail polish to artificial nail services and the rebirth and elevation of manicures and pedicures. So now we are into the 19th century, guys, the 20th century. That's leading us up to our 20th century technology, where we're at now, right? So 1900s to 1919, the California Perfume Company, now the Avon Company, marketed the manicuring set, which included nail bleach and rose pomade nail tint. Q-Tex, you've seen that word before, released clear and rose tinted liquid nail polishes. Ornate nail care implements were made of tempered steel and decorated with coveted materials such as ivory, ebony, or gemstones. That's a lot of information is in that one paragraph. 1920s, the moon manicure, which left the lunula. And I know you guys, if you've been following me a long time, we talked about the lunula. The lunula is this part of the nail here. This is the lunula. You see that white part of my nail here? That's the lunula. So the manicure would cover everything but leave that part exposed. Okay? So the moon manicure, which left the lunula and tip bare, gained in popularity after silent movie stars wore their nail fashions on screen. Q-Tex introduced the first acetone-based nail polish remover. You guys have seen that before. You still see it today in the stores where you can find your nail polish removers, and the brand is Q-Tex. And some of the brand. Manicures repaired nail breaks under shredding strips. Manicures repaired nail breaks using shredded strips of tea bags, and we still can do that today. So some manicures, because now we're coming out with our fiberglass gels and things like that to make it easier. But before the fiberglass gels came on the market, this is what they was using, some type of strips or shredded strips to repair cracks in a manicure or your nail bed. So what they would do would put the tea bag on top of the crack and then use a base or something to go over it and leave that there so it could repair that crack as the nail grow out. So we've seen that. 1930s. Inspired by new advances in automobile paint, makeup artist Michelle Mignard partnered with Charles Revson, a founder of Revlon, to develop the first modern nail polish using pigments rather than dyes. So we're so glad that they come up with using a pigment rather than dyes, because dyes stain the nail, right? And it's hard to, if you get that dye on your nail, it's going to stick. It'll take forever for that dye to come off. So now we using pigments to create colors and powders and things like that, and that is more easily available to break down in acetone based products, right? So the moon manicure, now with sharp pointed tips, was popular among fashion-forward women. With the advent of the Great Depression, nail polish became desirable as an affordable luxury. So, like we always say, beauty industry, cosmetology, hair, nails, skin, all of that is a luxury. It's a requirement. Some people choose it as or say to themselves, that's a requirement for me. But when we really look at it, it's a luxury. It's a luxury, affordable luxury for you. That the first thing we always say in the nail industry, the first thing to go when people are strapped for cash is the beauty. They can, that's why a lot of people are learning to do their nails at home. COVID pushed a lot of people into learning how to do their own nails, and they found a way where they can preserve and save money. But really, if you think about it, are we saving money? Does that save you money? Because if you think about, I do my own nails at home, and this is just for the general consumer, right? I do my own nails at home, and I can do my nails if I paint my nails, or I do my own manicure, or if I use the Gel-X method, I can do my nails every 6 to 8 weeks. Yes, that's saving me money. But for people like myself who started out as a nail enthusiast and wanted to do my own nails because we couldn't go to the shops, we couldn't get our nails done, that ain't really saved me money. It saved me more money to go to the shops because I spend more money buying the products to stay within the trends and what's happening and what I see. When I became a nail enthusiast, it wasn't really saving me money. I actually was spending more money than I would spend going to the shop, whether I went once a month or I went every 2 weeks. I'm still putting out the same amount of money in products I purchase. But now that I'm a nail tech, everything is an investment. So I don't I don't really look at it in that sense of the word. I am now the person that people come to, so I can make that money back. Whatever I am investing in, I can always make it back. So it's those are statements that right there you have to ask yourself. I'm doing it now because I love it, because I'm really not saving as much as I could have saved. I probably have spent more than I could save, right? So let's move on to the 1940s. Okay, so 1940s, the weekly manicure, using the same basic techniques that are practiced today, was a popular and affordable beauty service. Blockbuster movies were often filmed in color with actresses, nail colors sparking new nail trends, including the half-moon manicure. Only the lunula is left bare, and fully painted longer nails with oval or almond-shaped tips. Wearing matching nail polish and lipstick shades became a strong fashion statement. So you guys know, if you've been around, you know how we looked at Cosmopolitan and all of the Glamour magazine, all of these different magazines to get our ideals in fashion, hair color, hair design, nail color, nail design, nail shapes. And I know now with almond nail tips and oval tips coming back to style, everybody used to call that, oh, those are the grandma nails. Oh, that's your mama's type nails. I want square, I want tapered square, I want ballerina, I want long. But these almond-shaped nails, like here, and the oval-shaped nails are all coming back. They're coming back. And it's crazy how life is. It's a repeated cycle. Everything that once was old become new, right? So, 1950. Let me just... Guys, I'm having a hard time with my little stand now. I'm gonna have to order a new thing for my camera. Give me 1 second, I'll be right back. Alright guys, I'm sorry I had to fix that. The camera just falling down to the paper. So 1950s. In 1953, Rita Hayworth made long red nails the most enduring color of the decade. The weekly manicure appointment continued in popularity for the first half of the decade and then declined in favor of at-home care. Juliet Margolins introduced the Juliet Wrap, a natural nail enhancement service that wrapped the top third of the nail with fiber-like paper for strength and durability. Dr. Fred Slack tore his thumbnail while working in his dental lab and created an impromptu fix with foil and acrylic material. It looked so realistic that Slack, along with his brother Tom, founded the first acrylic nail company, Patty Nails. The Slack family's business is now known as NSI Nails. Now, some of you guys may remember that, some of you may not. But as you can see, a dentist is who founded, along with his brother, the first acrylic nail company. Because if you guys know, and if you know any dental or dentists or dental assistants that has been in the dental field, they'll tell you they use acrylic as well to create enhance things for the teeth, things that help fix the teeth. So dental and dentists and nail technicians use some of the same products in different ways. Okay. 1960s, the color television set became a household staple, making musicians with their nails on full display as they gripped the microphone. The new nail trendsetters. Detached nail tips were reaffixed with model airplane glue and reinforced with thin strands of cotton and permanent wave papers. Frosted pastel polished colors were extremely popular. The second half of the decade introduced flower child nail art using oil or acrylic paints. So if you guys remember, we've seen and we have even reintroduced back into using acrylic paints as our nail art choice to decorate. Now, when I was in nail school, we started with acrylic paints doing our nail art. We did not use gel. We did not use any type of gel products. We used paint. So our instructor, she had a table set up full of acrylic paints, and she would tell us when it was time for our nail art portion of the class, she'd tell us, go pick out the colors you want to use and come back to your seat, and we're going to start our nail art class. So yeah, I learned how to do nail art using acrylic paints way before I started using gel. So yeah, these things are important and they matter. And also, we now things are trending so much so, and a lot of it start trending based on the popularity of our celebs and what our celebrities are doing, and the celebrity nail artists created for that celebrity, and then it got looked at and it started getting mimicked, and so a lot of this still is not new. This has never been new. As we can see, even throughout the centuries and throughout the time, that it's always been someone of popularity who have brought forth an ideal, and that ideal sticked and it carried. So this is one of the reasons why history is so important in nails, because you find that you're not the first one to do it. Even though you might have been the first one, or you felt like you the first one that created the ideal, sometimes that ideal was already there. It just wasn't publicized. If you wanna it's like a commercial, or it's like a product. Until a lot of people start jumping on the product, it's not gonna be publicized. It's like, I'm trying to think. It's like a song. I remember when Cardi B came out, and she had and I remember her song one of her songs going popular. And she had already had that song. She had wrote that song several years prior to that song becoming a hit. But it wasn't until she became a hit that song became a hit. But she had always had that song in her archive. So that is what I'm talking about with trends. Sometimes those trends already been out there. Somebody already tried it. They brought it to the forefront and it was overlooked. And then all of a sudden, through through some famous person or famous artist or songstress or actress or a model, it all of a sudden everybody on the trend. So that's what I'm talking about. 1970s, nail technicians offered the first monomer liquid and polymer powder nail services, commonly called acrylic nails. Jeff Pink introduced the French Manicure, a clear nail bed with a white tip, and Ridge Filler, a product that makes a rigid nail appear smooth. Singers such as Cher and Diana Ross fueled the trend for long sculpted nails. And I know that you guys seen that some of these ladies' nails were so beautiful, and then every woman wanted those beautiful, gorgeous, long nails. And they would they want to know how I can get it, how can I get my nails to look like that, what I need to do. And so we've been in the nail salons ever since. We've been in the nail salons ever since. If not in the nail salons, we're doing our own nails, but we making them as long as we can possibly get them. I've seen 10 at sale and they just keep growing. So, yeah. Alright, so 1980s. We are in the 1980s now. You got some 1980 babies out there? Raise your hand. Alright? So, I'm a 1970s baby. So, this is me. Even though I probably didn't start going to the salon until 1990s. So 1980s. Nail art, decals, jewels, metallic strips, and hand-drawn images were popular. Monomer liquid and polymer powder nail formulations continued to improve in terms of ease of application and longevity for wearers. Silk nail wraps came into vogue, followed by linen and fiberglass nail wraps. Popular nail polish colors range from natural to dark and neon colors. Long nails with square tips ruled the decade. So, long nails with square tips ruled the decade. So, you guys remember the 1980s, and that's when we started seeing the square tips and all of that stuff. And this just was ruling over. Everybody wanted the long nails, the square tips. They wanted that French manicure. They wanted the dark and neon colors. They wanted all of that, right? They start wanting decals and jewels and strips and all hand-drawn images. That's when nail art became very popular in the 1980s. And if I do a little research, I believe, like up in the north, like Detroit and Chicago and all of those places, that's in New York, that's when all of those unique designs and all of that stuff was coming to the forefront. It was those women setting those trends. Those were the trendsetters. Those in that area. I'm saying up north, that area is where, nail art and everything was just becoming very popular. 1990s. The day spa business took hold, ushering in a resurgence in natural manicure and pedicure service. So as you can see, in the 1990s, pedicures and manicures start becoming more popular again. People wanting to wear their own, natural nails, but at least have the designs and everything still on their nails, right? Airbrush spray guns were commonly used to apply nail designs, especially the white tip of a French manicure in 1990. I'm sorry, that shouldn't ran together. Especially the white tips of a French manicure. Now, French manicure has always been the business. It's always been the truth, and we know it. I mean, that's all. Sometimes I feel like I'm doing a French manicure every service. And still today. We offer more color changing, right? French manicures. We're not doing just a white French manicure, but we can do all different kind of colors. But it's still a French manicure, no doubt, right? In 1998, Creative Nail Design, now C&D, and you guys have seen that in that company before. I think I even have a product. Yep, I do. From C&D. So I just purchased this C&D Bristle Gel Enhancement Sculpting Gel. And I haven't opened it yet, but yeah. They still around today. Introduced the first spa pedicure system for the professional beauty industry. UV gel systems grew in popularity. The squoval, or the square oval nail, which we call squoval, time came into vogue, and that is this one here. I'm going to show you guys on my map. You guys know what that is, a square oval. We call it the squoval. A lot of nail techs can't stand that design now. But it's this one here where it's got that square, but it's kind of rounded in the corners here. So it's not so sharp. We all like our sharp crispness of the square. But now we can round those. A lot of the older ladies like their edges rounded, because they don't like that sharpness that it gives. They want to keep they square round type nail, or square oval type nail. Okay, so as you see, that happened and came in the 1990s. Now that was now we're going to the, that was the 20th century. Now we're going into the 21st century, which that's the century we're in now, right? 21st century. You know, I can't keep up. Describe the advancements in nail technology in the 21st century. The 21st century is a time of change and advancements that are continuously redefining the nail industry. While passing the state board examination is essential to launching your career, advanced education will always be crucial to your ongoing career success. 2000s to 2009, nail grooming reached a new zenith in terms of client demand and service choices, creating a critical shortage of nail technicians. Because of the adhesion of UV gel enhancements, natural leveling capabilities, permanent shine properties, and no odor formulation, their demand grew by leaps and bounds. Nail polish formulations evolved to embody chip-resistant and fade-resistant characteristics, and unsafe ingredients were eliminated from many professional brands. Pedicures became the second most requested nail service, closely following manicures. Now, everybody loves a pedicure. People love taking care of their feet, which is amazing. Amazing to do. I mean, and amazing that you find a lot of people want to take care of their feet. And in that time frame, as you can see, that was the most popular service. And the second most requested service, was the second most requested service behind a manicure. So I remember going into the salons, and you want to go in for a full set or a manicure, and they say, do you want to get a pedicure? You know, they want to offer you to get in that bowl, sit in that chair and get in that bowl. And you be like, yeah, I guess I can. Well, I used to be. They used to get me all the time. That's why I was like, I got to learn how to do my own nails, because they get me, child. But, you always wanted a matching toe and matching nail set, And so, yeah, I offer pedicure services. And all of those services here in my salon, in my area. at my what do you call it, my nail space. And yeah, in the summertime, that's when I'm working the most, because everybody want a matching nail and toe set. I have a few clients who all year round they're gonna take care of their feet, and I'm all good for that. But summertime is when I be really putting a strain on my back. 2010 to the present, and this was when I was in school. So I was in school in 2021. So I would say 2010 to the present in 2021, because after everything, some things don't change, some things stay the same, but some things do change, and the information change along with it. So if you are a newer nail tech, you can chime in on what this part here might say, or you might have studied in your own My Lady manual. Okay. The UV gel manicure sweeps the nation. Acrylic dip powders re-entered the professional nail industry with improved results. Hand painted and nail stamping nail art are the most popular add-on services. Social media plays a key role in putting nail services and nail art in the spotlight. There are approximately 400,000 licensed nail techs in the U.S. alone, and now that number has probably increased drastically. With everybody wanting to get into nails, we have newer every year. I mean, if you think about it, even when I was going to school, that was not even a part. That number was not even a part of my class or my time of the year that I graduated, in the other classes that was coming before me or after me. So if you think about it, that number probably has exceeded twice as high, because nail techs are popping up a dime a dozen. They all around on every corner. So yeah, that the industry is large. It's very large. Now we're going to now get into the career opportunities that nail technicians can. Becoming a licensed nail technician, you'll have available career opportunities. So not just doing nails. So we're going to get into that. Once you have completed your schooling and are licensed, there are numerous specialties that you can pursue. Because rules and regulations vary from state to state, it is important to know which services are allowed in your state of licensure. Beyond defining your area of expertise, you must also decide whether you want to work in one or more of the following environments. Nail salon. Full service salon, which is hair, skin, and nail services. A day spa, which skin, body, nail, and hair services that emphasize beauty and wellness. Medical spa, or a medical podiatrist office. Salon management. I'm sorry guys, you can't see that part. Salon management, sales consultant or educator for distributors. Education for salons, trade shows, and special nail company symposiums. Beauty school instructor. Online education, either in real time or recorded. On-site fashion shows, photo shoots, and movie television production. So those are all of the career paths. Just making one choice to become a nail technician you can do. But with all of those, just know that in certain areas you would require a different type of license. Not just a nail technician license, but you would have to go to school to get more license. Okay? Like beauty school instructor, I know you have to go to school, do your hours, and then go apply for your beauty school instructor license. So you have to do all of that. You have to at least take the theory. Again, I know you probably have to take some type of theory. I'm not sure if you have to do the practical, but I know you probably have to do some type of test for that. Also, for a, and we getting ready to talk about that, medical spa or medical podiatrist office, you have to be certified in as an advanced nail technician or a medical nail technician. So we're going to get into that. Nail technicians in a traditional salon or spa. Today's client requests a variety of nail services that requires a combination of skills. The following are just some examples of what you could be required to do. Natural nail services including manicure, gel polish manicures, pedicures, and nail strengthening treatments. Artificial enhancements included liquid and powder enhancements and odorless soft or hard gel enhancements. And I know from looking at some of the opportunities that's here, a lot of these salons are going to Gel-X systems, so they want you to be trained in Gel-X. And there is a class, a certified class that you should take as a nail technician to become a certified tech for doing Gel-X services. So it's always continued education out there for us to take to increase, what we can do. Now, that doesn't say we can't do it. It just say that when people see the more licenses you got, the better of the opportunity you will have when you want to apply to go into a shop, or a salon, or a spa, or whatever the case may be, right? Medical nail technicians, advanced nail technicians. Many physicians now recognize the benefits of using the services of an advanced nail technician and or medical nail technicians to perform safe cosmetic manicures and pedicures on an at-risk patient. An ANT, which is the advanced nail technician, must successfully complete an advanced training course that focuses on providing the ultimate protection from the transfer of infection for at-risk clients in a salon or spa setting. So that right there tell you will have to have another type of training to work in like these wellness spas, because they want to know if you know how to work on at-risk clients. And at-risk clients can be any clients that might have like heart disease, diabetes, cancer, whatever the case may be. And you have to be very mindful in how you service them. So that's that. Okay, so to become an MNT, which is a medical nail technician, you are required to take specialty courses and complete an internship under the direction of a podiatrist or other physicians. Once you are certified, you have the choice of providing cosmetic manicures and pedicures in a variety of medical settings, including a medical spa or a podiatry office. And that's one of the things that I've been thinking about. I wanted to go back and, take that internship or do that internship and take that course, because I love working on the elderly. I feel like, or not even just the elderly, but anybody who people find like, I can't work on them, or no, they skin too soft, or oh no, I can't work with them because I like working, or I love working on everybody, but I find joy in that. I find so much joy in that. So here I got caution. When I was in school, I always highlight the things that I need to really, really focus in on. An ANT or MNT does not permit nail technicians to work outside the scope of practice as defined by your state and the license regulations. Failure to comply can result in legal action, including losing your license. You also risk injury to your client. So, like, I can't perform anything like, well, it's like I always tell you guys, being a nail technician, we are not allowed to diagnose nor treat a client. We can lose our license because that is not our scope of practice. But even as an ANT or an MNT, you're still not permitted to do anything out of the scope of what a nail technician can do. Even with your license, You have to know what your state allow you to do. If you're working in the office with a podiatrist, that podiatrist will tell you you're only to do this, and I do the rest. Like the podiatrist is going to do, if you see that you can take care of the client and they don't have to have that toe completely removed, or them taking all of this impact that's underneath the toe or the ingrown, they are only permitted to do that. You're not permitted to do that. You have to get the training. If you're working under a physician, they'll tell you what you allowed to do up into a point, and then they come in and take over the service, if that makes sense. Alright. So this is a few more. I think we don't have much more to go, guys. This is the last page here. So these are just things that you can do. And as a nail technician, these are more things that you can find yourself gaining certification for, or going to get yourself licensed for, to add more services to an already growing service. Okay, so salon management. If business is your calling, you will find diverse management opportunities in the salon and spa environment. They include, but are not limited to, inventory manager, retail sales manager, department head, assistant manager, and general manager with experience. You can also add salon owner to your list of career possibilities. To ensure your success in salon management, it is wise to enroll in business classes to learn more about managing products, departments, and above all, people. Salon educator. Many large independent salons or salon chains hire experienced nail technicians and train them to educate others. This kind of education can take many forms, ranging from technical to management and interpersonal relationship training. Independent educator. Independent beauty education, classes and workshops held by individual beauty professionals, has become extremely popular in recent years. And I noticed that as I follow some of the larger nail techs and nail educators here on Instagram and YouTube, you will find that they are able to host classes, in a predominant setting or in a location, and they travel to do these classes. That is something that I would love. If I was younger, in my younger years, I would have loved to do something like that. Even now, I guess I would love to do it, but I'm a type of person who, right now I have too many responsibilities here at home. But I find that great for the younger generation of young women and men that's coming up in nail technology and nail education, to be able to have that as a source of income, because that's a major source of income if you're doing it the right way. For nail technicians, this entails creating a compelling class or workshop, publicizing and selling it, and collecting class fees. Having a strong specialty is recommended for this type of endeavor. Manufacturer educator. Most manufacturers hire their own educators to train salon professionals on how to use their products, and even to provide advanced educations at salons, professional beauty supply stores, and trade shows. Mastery of the company's product line is a must. An accomplished educator who is also a good public speaker can advance to field education, regional educator, or even director of education for nail-centered companies. And beauty school instructor. Have you ever wondered how your instructor decided to start teaching? Many instructors had a fantastic career in salons before dedicating themselves to teaching new professionals the tricks of the trade. If this career path interests you, spend some time with your school instructor and ask them why they went into education. So if I do decide to go back, I'm definitely going back to my formal school, because I do love my instructor. She'll always be a part of, why I do what I do and why I love what I do, because she loved doing what she done and she did a great job doing it. And just hearing her story and following her over on all of her social medias, and just seeing, all of the great accomplishments, it's just good to know and see that those things can happen. So, yeah. Distributor sales consultant. The salon industry depends heavily on its relationship with product distributors in order to stay abreast of changes in the marketplace. In addition to selling products, distributor sales consultants provide information about new products, trends, and techniques. This specialty provides an excellent opportunity for highly skilled and trained nail professionals. Film and editorial nail technicians. Those who work behind the scenes at magazines and internet photo shoots or backstage on movie and TV sets often started out by interning. Even if you are right out of school, you can start the interning process by networking with photographers, editorial stylists, or nail technicians who are already involved in these activities. Once you are officially assisting a seasoned nail technician at a photo shoot, ask photographers for one or two images that highlights your work for your portfolio. Eventually, as you gain the trust of those who have allowed you to assist, you will be invited to do shoots as a paid nail technician. The qualities required to get to this level include technical expertise, persistence, networking skills, reliability, team spirit, speed, and attention to detail. And this is one of the pictures they have. These nails are gorgeous. And so I would think, if I had to put my money on something that I thought was great for my daughter to do, it would be this. She's good at taking pictures. She is good at getting the perfect angles. So I would want her, if she loved the nails like she do, this would be something I would want for her out of school. Alright, guys, so that is that. And we are done. So I hope you guys have learned a ton about the history and the career opportunities that is afforded to nail technicians. Guys, just don't limit your, and I'm talking to myself too, but at this point in my life, we'll see. But just don't limit your gift to just one thing. You have the potential to do great things in this industry, and it's not just being a nail tech. I admire women like V Nailed It and Natalie Carmona and Christy Megan and Susie's Nail Career and what's her name? Anastasia from oh God, what is her Nail Co, and my other lady, I can never say her name right. I learned a lot from her channel as well. I think she either from Sweden, I can't think of her name right now, but you guys know who I'm talking about. I've shared her several times on my journey. I can never say her name right, but I admire these ladies because they also teach on YouTube and all over different social media platforms, but they had to start somewhere. They started, and they always can give you those experience, telling you about where they started, their career and everything, how they started out as a nail tech, and they spent several years in that field, training and learning and gathering that information, so they'd be able to share that information with you guys and give you guys those lessons and give it to you on a platform for free. And so I honor them and I thank them for their dedication to the craft and their dedication to us as upcoming nail techs, nail artists, future nail techs, future nail artists, future business owners, future entrepreneurs in your craft. I appreciate them. Thank you so much for what you've poured into all of us, because it only strengthens us as a community to pour back into others. So, guys, I hope you have learned a lot today, and on this little small chapter of education, that you found that if you want to become a nail tech, you got many reasons why now you want to become a nail tech. If these are some of the ideals that you've always had in mind, the time is now to go ahead and further your education and get, do more things. I still am in the works of wanting to go to school, become a